So SDTC's role in this, we've put up close to $500 million so in the SD Tech Fund, but industry, that's leveraged into an extraordinary amount of funding from industry to support these demonstration projects. Industry has, of that 1.2 billion of leveraged funding that's gone to our projects, industry has ponied up close to $1 billion, and the rest has been supported by other funding agencies that have participated in the project. So it represents a significant amount of dollars put into these demonstration projects trying to bring technologies to market past that proof of concept or pilot stage. This is just another way to look at it. The total leverage of the project, actually it's something I should have mentioned at the beginning. Our contribution is typically, our fund needs to average, according to our mandate, our fund needs to average under a third contribution. So we put up $1. We can only fund up to 33% of the eligible costs on average across our portfolio. Now that, so far our funding mandate is slightly under that, which is great as we approach the full capitalization of the fund. But what it translates is 2 to 3 times leverage from the consortia partners that participate in the project. So in Alberta, our investments to date, this is as of round 16, because around 17 projects which opened this this spring, excuse me. The round 17 projects haven't gone all the way through the investment committee and board. Our process typically, it's got a couple of gates. You go through a statement of interest process. It takes about a month to get back to the successful applicants, how they move on from there. Successful applicants get invited to develop a full proposal. So the timelines for this round, which just started, successful applicants will know if they're being invited to full proposal in November. Full proposals will be due in January. Recommendations and due diligence occurs over the next month, and then recommendations from the investment committee will go to a board decision in June. So it's an 8 to 10 month process, and then you sign a contribution agreement. So it's not a process for the faint of heart. I like to think of it as rigorous, but it's been called a little bit tough as well. The importance of it is that we spend a lot of time not necessarily just vetting the technology, but a lot of time vetting and supporting and fleshing out the business plans, the bios and the resumes of the marketing team, or the commercialization group that's working, and then also the consortium partners as well. So Alberta's investments, typically we've seen quite a bit of project and deal flow in the energy and exploration and production side, obviously, in Alberta. And we're seeing lots this round as well. Deal flow is picking up on that side with some of the sustainability levers that are being pulled on places like the oil sands. So one of the other pieces of SDTC's funding, and I'm probably knocking up against time, is follow-on funding. So this is a graph where we've taken 43 projects that have come through SDTC's process, in which we've invested $130 million. And the follow-on funding that we've helped enable is represented to the tune of $1.3 billion in total. Now we have a team of regional directors across Canada. There's three or four of them. And there's an infrastructure set up to support companies that are in our portfolio. So the idea is that you, as a technology innovator, you develop a consortium and put a project together and execute the project. Upon completion of the project, we keep in contact. You become part of the portfolio, not so much from an equity position perspective. We don't take equity in the company. We don't take IP, but we help support and develop relationships to help you secure follow-on funding. We try and build bridges between technology innovators taking products to market and sources of follow-on funding and strategic partnerships after the fact. So that follow-on investment, 56% of it has come from Canada, but over 40% has come from outside of Canada. So really, if you drill it down a little bit, we like to think of it as more than simply funding projects. We like to think of it helping build that infrastructure by supporting small to medium-sized enterprises, young companies developing technology. We focus hard on de-risking technologies and playing a role in de-risking those technologies for institutions that provide follow-on financing. And we spend a lot of time in an analysis and policy advisory capacity to the federal government as well, primarily through the SD business cases. So the round 18, which kicked off in September here, we're in the middle of it. Statements of interest, so those initial applications, that first gate is due October 20th. Current priority areas from us, which have been instructed from SD business cases and instructed from our CTO, are technologies that mitigate the environmental impact of the natural resources sector, in particular green mining, improving the efficiency of water uses, which is we've seen an incredible uptick in deal flow on the water side from even 3 years ago compared to today. We've seen lots more technologies focused not just on treatment of water, but on reuse of water, leak detection and prevention, all those. This is the last slide. Also technologies that increase the yield and improvement in drought tolerance of agriculture. The idea that rather than mitigating simply the climate change, you're adapting to it. So we're looking for technologies that provide an adaptive benefit. And then enabling clean energy production and improved efficiency of the built environment. So that's really, those are investment focuses. The intake isn't restricted to those technologies. We strongly encourage technologies that have environmental benefits to apply, whether they fit in one of those 4 boxes at all or not. We still have room in the fund to support innovative pre-commercial tech. And yeah, we look forward to talking to maybe some of you. I think that's me. Great. Thanks.